Yo, what is up guys? Welcome to my channel. In this video, if you cannot tell by the title, we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of a remodel in my garage. I plan on making it a lot more of like a cinematic video, but I will talk a little bit here and there of what I'm doing in order to perfect this and make it look how I want it to look. Now, let me go ahead and talk about my goals a little bit. I want to repaint all the walls, which is going to include removing all of my Hot Wheels right here in the background, because I do plan on doing the floors in the future as well. I want to do like an epoxy setup that has like marble in it, and then the walls I want to do it like a dark gray color. And the reason I'm doing the gray is because I actually just repainted my whole interior of the house, so I'm going to use that same exact paint in the garage, which I think is going to look really sick with the black combo and then the gray walls. And the ceiling, we're going to leave it white. But let me go ahead and actually show you really quick what I'm going to do. Right now, my biggest problem with my wall is going to be the paint. The paint is like a matte color, so it's like really rough and it's hard to clean stuff off of here. So for example, right here, I tried to remove this stain right here, and when I tried doing that, it took off the paint, and now you can see like the back part of it. So it looks really bad, and I want to go ahead and repaint the whole thing to make it look like glossy, and also to make it easier to be able to clean the surface. So yeah, we're gonna have to do all that. So I have to remove all these Hot Wheels right here. I have quite a few of them. I honestly have maybe over 100. There's like a little backing board thing right here that I will have to paint over as well. So I'm gonna leave the pegboard black. Not sure if you guys can really see. I painted it like a long time ago. I have to remove all this out of the way. But I have my engine right there that I need an engine stand for, so I can go ahead and move it out of the garage. There's a little transmission over there that I need to remove, put somewhere else, and then that stuff over there. So everything's pretty simple. There's not like a lot of things that I really have to like remove, but it is gonna take some time to get this garage cleaned up so I can go ahead and paint it. I'll try to do as many cinematics as possible. I don't want to do too much talking, but if I'm doing something, I will go ahead and show you guys what it is that I'm doing to go ahead and make this look clean. Alright, so everything has now been moved to the middle of the garage, and I'm actually thinking about rearranging it now because it actually doesn't make sense that I have my stuff over there because the door's on that side. I'm actually going to put it on this side. That way it doesn't really like trouble me and get in my way when trying to open the door. So that's one thing I'm going to be doing, switching it around, painting everything. I already masked up the top, but I still need this section, but I ran out of tape, of course. And then I got that side, and I still need a little bit over there. And I don't know if I'm going to paint that garage side yet. I might just leave it white, or I might do it gray, but I'll think about it and then I'll do that after. But we're going to go ahead and paint this. I already put my paint right here in this little tray that I picked up from Home Depot, and then I got the paint from Home Depot as well. And in case you guys are interested in the color, it's this one right here. It'll look really nice in the garage. It'll clean it up, especially having all these smudges. And I removed all the little things that it has for the electrical components and a few other covers. These actually look a little bit yellow, so I will be painting these white. But yeah, let's go ahead and start painting everything, and then I'll show you guys the final result. Another thing that I'm going to be doing to clean up these shelves is actually painting the boards black. I think it would look a lot better. Right there you can see I already painted one, and in my opinion it just looks cleaner. So I'm going to do that to the rest of these. I have this extra black paint, it's turbo, which is really fast at painting. It leaves like a huge coat, and we're going to do that to all the rest of them. It just sucks that I got to take everything off, but you know, it's going to look better once all said and done. So let's go ahead and start painting the other ones as well. Alrighty guys, another update. I am charging the 370Z right now because it's completely dead. I need to go ahead and take it out because I decided that I'm gonna go ahead and actually paint the wall black. I wasn't gonna do it, I was gonna leave it white. I saw a few pictures online and videos of it being painted black, and I think it looks a whole lot better. So I'm gonna be using this right here. It's the turbo one, which is 4 times faster at painting. This thing helps out drastically. Like, I used this to paint this right here, and honestly I just had to do like a few sprays. I was completely painted. I still need to do 2 more down there. I'll do that later, but let me show you what it looks like right here. I'm going to be painting this whole wall right here. See how quickly it paints that? So you could imagine, like right there, I'm already painting most of the wall, so it's going to paint it pretty quickly. As you can imagine, the ceiling is huge, so this is going to make it a lot faster. But I still need to paint some of the edges, as you can see over there, so I'm going to finish that up really quick. I honestly wish I would have decided to do this first, that way I could spray the whole garage and then go ahead and paint the wall so I don't have to mask it up twice. So it is a little bit more work, but you know, it'll come out sick once it's all done. So I painted most of the garage, well, yeah, pretty much all of it right here, and you can see that it looks pretty nice. I had to use like 4 bottles just to get the entire garage, and then only some of the sides right here. The other one I didn't get really at all, just like a few edges. So I picked up this bucket right here, the same paint, which is a flat black, and it's Rust-Oleum. I just picked up a cheap one because I don't think it's gonna take too much to paint the wall, and I actually started already right here. I used maybe less than a quart of it so far, and I got that much, so I don't think I'm gonna need too much. Hopefully I can do it with 1 can, which is 1 quart, and if I need more I'll just get another one. I think it was only like 15 bucks just for the little one, so it's not that bad. But let's go ahead and finish this up. I have my long roller right here to paint the top. You can buy like all this stuff at Home Depot. That's where I got all of it. This stuff was pretty cheap, it wasn't really expensive. And the reason I used spray can paint is because it's gonna be a lot easier with the spray can to get all like the little grooves on the inside and everything. And it's gonna make it so much easier. I still gotta paint this right here. I'm gonna paint this black as well, but I'm gonna purchase a smaller can that just does like a little line, because with the other one, it was spraying like too far out, as you saw. So if I use that on here, it's gonna get on the wall, so I don't wanna do that. Alrighty, so with the 1 can, I was able to get technically almost like half of the garage. So like right here, you can see that I went a little bit more over half, and then right here I'm still missing a piece, and then over there I filled it up for the most part. I still need to get the edges. So it looks like with 2 cans, you should be able to do just the top of the ceiling. I still have a little bit left in there actually, so I should be able to get like this area right here. So it should really be like half, and the rest of it over there. But it's looking pretty sick. I like it. I still need to fill up that spot over there as well, so I won't need that extra paint that I have left over from the ceiling to paint that wall. And it looks pretty close to similar. I think it's still drying, so it does look like a little bit shinier on top. And then this one's more matte, but it's supposed to be like a flat black color. So it still needs a few spots right there, as you can see, that I need to paint over again. But the garage for the most part is fully like covered. From the previous clip, you can see that as soon as I like touch it up, it paints it completely black, so it has really good coverage. Let me go ahead and use the rest of the paint, and then I'll most likely have to get the other quart, and then we should be good. Alrighty guys, another update for you. I was able to get most of the garage right here, as you can see. I did pick up another quart already, and I used it all, but I kind of made the mistake of leaving the paint on the floor, and I accidentally kicked it and it fell right there. So I did lose quite a bit of paint right there. I did try saving as much of it as possible by putting the brush on there, picking it up, and then painting the ceiling right there where I needed some. But, you know, it still lost some paint. So I'm sure that could have painted, you know, quite a bit on the top of the ceiling. So I do need to pick up yet another quart. I think at this point, it would be safe to say just to pick up the gallon, because I could be wrong, but I think the gallon was like 50 bucks and each individual quart is like 15. But we're getting close to done. The garage is looking sick. It looks really clean. Oh, another thing that I picked up is I got this right here to paint the edges so I didn't have to mask everything up. As you can see, it has like some wheels right there. So what you do is you just put it up against the wall on the edge, and then you go down and it paints it. And that's why you see those perfect lines right there. I mean, it didn't come out absolutely perfect because sometimes the paint would get on the wheels, and I would have to go ahead and actually grab a touch-up brush, which I have over here. One of these are really cheap. They're like maybe 90 cents for them. And you just go on the edge, just start touching up any areas. And it worked extremely well because I had a few over there that were like blotches and I was just dripping down. So I was able to remove those once they dried up. But all the edges are completely done. It looks really clean. So let's go ahead and pick up that last, hopefully, quart, and then we should be completely done with this project. Alrighty guys, so the garage is now complete and it looks so sick and amazing. I'm so glad that I went with the black ceiling instead of leaving it white, because I've seen videos on it and I wasn't sure about it, but I will be doing something else to make it stick out even more. So right now you guys can kind of see that it is a little bit darker in here because of the black walls. So I will be adding something in this area right here to brighten up the garage. Some of you guys may know what it's gonna be just by that hint, but it's gonna look really sick and it's gonna make everything pop. So I can't not wait to do that. I'm really excited about it, and that will be in the next video. But there is still a few things that I need to do in here as well. Other than that, I do want to do the floor. The floor now, well, it already looked bad because I had all this stuff right here, but I did get a little bit of paint on the ground as well, as you can see right there, and then over there I dropped the paint. So I do want to do the floor as soon as possible because I think it's going to complete it once it's all done. But just looking at this area, you can see that it makes it look so much nicer. I had, you know, stains on the wall, a bunch of handprints everywhere from just touching it. So now this makes me like my garage a whole lot more in here. And I'm going to put my Hot Wheels back up, but I wanted to show you guys how it would look without it, because I'm sure a lot of you guys may not collect Hot Wheels, and I just wanted to see how it would look with the gray and the black. And as you can see, it looks amazing. But I am going to clean it up a little bit more in here. Those wheels, somebody's going to pick them up, so these are going to be out of here. My Hot Wheels in there, so that's going to be out of the way. And then that oil is just oil that I have sitting there, so I need to take that to my local auto parts store. And then I have my engine and transmission. I will be breaking this down hopefully soon. That way I can go ahead and just have it in pieces, not just sitting here. And then my transmission, I'm not sure if I'm going to sell that. That thing only has like 50,000 miles, so I don't really want to get rid of it just in case mine goes out on the M. But I will be keeping that, and then hopefully getting an engine stand for that soon. But yeah, hopefully you guys like it. Came out really sick. There's like a few spots on the ceiling, but you know, once we add that other thing, it'll look a lot better. But let me go ahead and open the garage really quick, because it does actually make a little bit of a difference on how it looks in here. All right, so there's the garage open, and right here you can kind of see a few like smudges here and there. You just have to go over it again because I only used 2 or 3 cans actually to be able to do this. So essentially I spent, you can say, about $60 on the black paint, and then I already had the extra paint for the walls, but that was about $120, somewhere around that range. You can use higher quality paint for the ceiling. I mean, you don't gotta really ball out on black paint. It's just black paint. It's not like a huge deal. The paint again for the walls was this one right here. It was called, where is it at? I saw it somewhere earlier. Oh, there it is, Greystone. So that's the paint right there. If you guys are interested in getting it, it's a really nice, cool color. Makes it pop. And then the black paint, I mean, if you guys want to get a, you know, quality paint, I just got Rust-Oleum, which was pretty thick, if I'm being honest with you. So it covered it up pretty quickly, but I did have to get like 3 small cans of that. I would highly suggest getting the bigger cans so you don't have to keep getting more paint in case you run out. So you can say that this was probably like a $200 project, which in my opinion is worth it because it looks so good, looks so clean. Obviously still a mess in here, but I will clean it up once I get everything situated where I want everything and removing that out of the way. Last update, I promise. I know this is like the 20th update that I've given you guys, but I went ahead and put up all my Hot Wheels in case you guys wanted to see it with it on there, and it looks amazing, really clean. The only thing that's really killing it right now is the floor. Like if you look at the floor and you don't add it in the picture, you can see it looks a lot better. Once you look at the floor, it looks like crap. So for sure that's going to be in the next video, along with doing that special thing that's going to happen to the ceiling. And I added my banner right there. It used to be on the garage, but I put it up there just because I'm going to put the Z on this side now versus having it over there. That way I have more space. So it should look pretty sick. And I have a few things in here, you know, like my tool chest and stuff like that. You guys can buy stuff like that, or you can check on OfferUp, see if people are selling it for cheap. Honestly, I've gotten everything like for really cheap or for free. This thing, I found it in a garbage can, believe it or not. This stuff, I got it for $5. This, I got it as a gift. And I actually just got that one for free. And I think that one's supposed to be huge. So I'm going to be putting that one up as well. Stay tuned for the next video on what we're going to be doing to the garage. It's going to come out really sick once all completed. And I honestly cannot wait for the final result. But I wanted to make this video because, you know, I have a car channel, and I feel like a lot of you guys that are into cars most likely have a garage. So this will interest you if you want to go ahead and clean up your garage. I know before it would bother me when I would come in my garage and I would see all these smudges everywhere and it just looked like crap. And now it just makes it look so much better, nicer, that I actually want to be in here now. I'll keep you guys updated on things that I get to make it look a little bit cleaner on here. It's not super expensive. It's like a DIY, so I think a lot of you guys will like it in that aspect because, you know, stuff can be very expensive. Like you see all these videos where people put up like thousands of dollars in their garage just to make it look really sick. But I only spent $200 just to get it painted, and it came out really sick. And this other stuff, I technically got for free just by checking on OfferUp and stuff like that. But that's going to conclude the video. This is going to be part 1. Make sure to stay tuned for part 2 and part 3 of this makeover on the garage. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.